3 jersey in right there. He made a tackle.
Hello, what's the crack? What's the story? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the terrifying football moment as Bills Hamlin collapses after tackle. Let's go.
We're following some late-breaking and upsetting news out of Cincinnati tonight. This is actually something that's just happened at the Monday Night Football game tonight between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. It happened right before the top of the hour. It was in the first quarter of the game. A safety for the Buffalo Bills named Bills Hamlin, he's in the number 3 jersey in right there. He made a tackle against another player, and then he fell to the ground.
He made a tackle
that again. He tackles the gentleman number 85 in the dark-colored jersey from the Bengals. He stands up, and then he collapses backwards. Mr. Hamlin is 24 years old. Again, his name is Bills Hamlin. He's been in the league for 2 years. After he fell over backwards here following this tackle, he was unresponsive thereafter, which immediately became clear it was quite an emergency. First responders came onto the field, including in an ambulance. Players surrounded him and knelt on the field. Medics administered CPR for what ESPN described as, quote, many minutes out on the field. He was given oxygen. There was one report in the New York Times that he appears to have been given an IV, although that is unconfirmed by any other source. They eventually took him off the field in the ambulance, which left the stadium at 9:25 p.m. So Mr. Hamlin's status at this moment, again, is unclear. He is 24 years old. This game is suspended. ESPN reports that the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, is in...
I swear to God, I'm getting goosebumps. Because I play football, America, obviously, coming Europe, I play soccer. And that could just happen to anyone. And the tackle wasn't like a crazy tackle. He made a tackle. So it wasn't like a crazy, like, someone come launching someone. That could have happened to anyone at any spot. Just it'd be a collision. That was, oh man, look. Because now everyone's going to be thinking, the next tackle, they're going to be thinking twice, what's going to happen to them. Something might happen to them. I do hope he's feeling a lot better. I hope, he comes through with this. He's only 24 as well. So young. Let's keep going. Let's watch again.
Contact with officials on site about how to proceed tonight, whether they're going to restart the game. Hard to imagine that they will. But this was just an incredibly scary moment tonight. We will keep you posted as we know more. But joining us now is William Roden. He was a longtime sports reporter at the New York Times. Mr. Roden, thank you very much for joining us so quickly as we're covering this as a developing story. Let me just start by asking if we know any more than what I've just summarized there.
No, I'm just doing the same things, looking at Twitter, and really I'm just kind of shocked. I was down here. I'm in Baltimore, and I was at the Ravens Steelers game, and Rachel, this is, right now currently I work for Anscape, ESPN's Anscape, and I was here for them. But this has been a nightmare. I think the NFL's nightmare. And I was just thinking about this the other day.
Just the way
what happens if something like this happens? It's like the NFL's worst nightmare. It's a violent game. We know it's a violent game. We've just been through the whole thing with Tua Tagovailoa. The NFL Players Association is investigating that, what the medical staff knew, and I just think we've become so anesthetized to this violence of this game that when something like this happens, it's just total stunning because it could literally happen on any play. This kind of stuff could literally happen at any time, and I'm almost at a loss. I know it's not our job to be at a loss of what to say, but I'm really.
Like, obviously, I know, like, whenever I watch American football, I'm like, what? The tackles are absolutely crazy. But, obviously, they have all the main guards, equipment and all that. But American football, obviously, every sport is dangerous. For me, personally, I would do it, to play, as, messing about with friends. Professionally, nah. Because it's similar to, I don't want to say rugby in a way. But rugby, you're getting tackled because you have the ball. You're not getting tackled for not having the ball in rugby. I'm sure about that. So seeing all this in America, anyone can tackle anyone. I think so. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sure after this they're gonna bring in. I can't even say it's not the rules. It's not. It has nothing to do with the rules. It's just because he tackled someone, and it wasn't the most dangerous tackles. I don't even know what to say. Like, because I'm not an avid watcher. I don't watch NFL like that. I know a few players. I know the Bay players, people like Odell Beckham Jr. People like that. God,
Really at a loss. I feel for this young man's family. Like you said, he's 24. He played at Pitt,
24.
just trying to make a name for himself, and all these players out there, every single one of them, this is part of the deal. You basically lease your body out to the team. You lease your body out to the team in exchange for whatever they give you. These are the risks. In fact, the column I was writing was about Lamar Jackson and his current status, with the Ravens and the contract negotiations and how he just decided to play through it and then he got injured. And, you realize that whatever they're paying you to do this is not enough.
Wow.
It's not enough. And this isn't really the time to moralize but like I said, I'm really stunned and I'm shocked and I'm saddened. And there's almost a part of me that feels a little guilty because, we watched this stuff. A number of years ago when I was at the Times, I watched a player from the Jets in a game at Detroit get paralyzed. And I can't recall his name. I was about to call him up. But, this could happen at almost any minute. And this is just awful. I mean, it's awful. And I can't imagine that they're going to resume this game.
No.
And
no, I can't. I mean, seeing the players on the field weeping as Mr. Hamlin is taken off the field, you can't imagine that they're going to start this game.
I feel like when it comes to football, again, when I say football, I mean soccer. I don't care. We call it. It's football. It's the real football for me. I don't care. It's like in the Euros last year, which is the European football competition. There was a player for Denmark. I'm not sure if you guys know who Denmark is. I'm sorry, you do know where Denmark is. I'm so sorry for saying that. But I meant Christian Eriksen, he plays for Denmark. And he collapsed on the pitch as well. And the same thing happened. And everyone was absolutely shocked. Because we never see this in soccer. And it was like a tackle, just collapsed. But in American football, if I'm being honest, I'm surprised this doesn't happen often. Because of how violent the sport is. Mate, people are going crazy. People actually going to, they don't care if you don't have the ball or not. So I'm actually surprised it doesn't happen very often. But I'm sure there's rules as to what you can and cannot do. So that's why people kind of limit it. Or let me know. I could be wrong, but let me know.
Game. I think the players would probably riot if they tried to. You mentioned the quarterback from the Dolphins there and the concussion scares, the second concussion scare that he's had, including questions about the potential mismanagement of the first one. I mean, I think part of what's going on tonight with this, the NFL is a multi-billion-dollar business, and as much as anything, America's pastime right now, is the question of whether or not all the safety protocols and all the assurances and all the supposed regulations in place to try to address these concerns are moot in the face of a game that is inherently dangerous, inherently damaging to the people who are paid to play it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I was just talking with the editor about what to write. He said, "What are you going to do? Ban the game?" Because you're right. You can. There's only so much you can do. Again, we don't know this young man's condition. I was just trying to dial through my thing. And I was, during March Madness a number of years ago, I went through the whole Hank Gathers thing, collapsing on the court and dying. And it turns out that he had an undiagnosed heart issue. Reggie Lewis with the Boston Celtics, same thing.
So people actually collapsed on the pitch and died. Wow.
Undiagnosed heart issue, a myopathy that was undiagnosed. Right. So you're right, Rachel. I mean, what do you accept to just hold our breath and pray and hope nothing's wrong, but then we've got another month of this stuff of playoffs and people are going to get hurt. There are people people are going to get hurt. Some people, careers are going to be over. Some people are going to out for the season. And again, we're just so used to this that it becomes, like part of the fantasy thing. Some people are probably angry because they had their fantasy points were hooked up to this. And this, you watch this, is not, for a lot of people, this isn't even real.
It's not
It's not
people.
real.
Yeah.
These are just cartoon characters, who are smashing into each other, getting up, and then moving on.
Yeah, but this young man, 24 years old, the country holding him in prayer tonight. Again, his name is Bills Hamlin, 24 years old, Buffalo Bills, at the hospital right now, unclear in terms of his.
That's just, it's so sad. I really do pray for him. I hope he gets well soon. Yeah, let me know what you guys think when it comes to American football. Is there changes that should be made? Do you guys think there's a reason why this is happening, or I don't know. I'm really confused because like at the beginning I was so shook. I was like, what? Nah. But yeah, thanks for watching. I don't usually react to this kind of stuff. I'm usually doing comedy or songs and that. But yeah, so yeah, let me just have a look at this, see what's happening. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, push the notification button, check out my other reaction videos, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.